Hello and welcome to Crazy Board. Today we'll be solving a murder mystery together as we struggle to put together the vague clues left by the memory-challenged ghost of our victim to figure out who done it. My name is Amanda and I will be your host and ghost, and my three psychics, Dan, Zach, and Cody, will be joining me shortly. Let's play Mysterium. We need to catch my murderer, and only I know who it is, so only I can give clues. The problem is, my memory is hazy and inconsistent, so I'll be leading each psychic in the direction of a different suspect, location, and weapon. Oh, and also, I can't speak. The options are all laid out on the table, and each player has to decide which one makes the most sense based on the abstract images on the vision cards I give them before the timer runs out. Other players can also vote to agree or disagree with any of the other players' guesses for potential bonus points. We have 7 hours. Not literally, an hour is a round, to identify all 3 elements for all players. Because they can't speak, the ghost can only knock to reveal whether each psychic's guess is correct. 1 knock for yes, 2 for no. Once everyone has correctly guessed their person, place, and weapon, provided they'd made it that far before the clock strikes 8, they'll get 1 last vision for each of these 3 elements. Then they'll secretly cast their votes for which grouping they believe is the correct one. This final vote determines the outcome of the game. Everyone wins, or everyone loses. We'll see if we manage to nail down the culprit, or if the murderer walks free, in Mysterium. The ghost distributes any amount of vision cards in their hand to players one by one, replenishing back up to 7 cards between each player's vision sharing. The process can be repeated as necessary, and when the last player has been given their vision, the sand timer is started.
I feel like we should mess with a ghost and ask a bunch of complicated questions. Right?
Yeah.
Are you a fan of beatboxing? I was hoping to get a knock. Never mind.
Yeah.
My name is Amanda Probst. I'm your ghost, and I'm also when I'm not ghosting around, being an actor. I am part of the Crazy Board crew, and I am on our Dungeness Dork show. It's my first time on the show, which is pretty exciting, but I'm in a non-speaking position. We have me as the ghost, and our lovely 3 psychics, who are all men. And I believe there's this little thing in some sort of recent movement that has to do with giving women a voice. That's just, I find highly ironic at this moment in time, even though I chose to be the ghost.
Some very intense card selection.
Ghost is very focused right now.
These must be very accurate cards. The amount of detail that goes into these.
Okay. Let's see.
Ooh.
My name is Zach Mercier. I am a carpenter, which has almost nothing to do with board games in any way. But I'm also a swing dancer, where I met Lisa, who is a member of Crazy Board. She invited me to one of the Crazy Board events, and that has basically turned into me coming and doing this episode.
I don't know, she looks like she could eat some people.
She does look like she could eat some people. That is very true.
What are you thinking?
I don't know. There's something about the hat is drawing my attention on that one.
The hat is a good point.
But I'm not entirely sure.
Though there's...
Let's see. Some very foreboding cards.
As I say, the scarecrow, the crow, and the vampire-looking one are all demonic entities or things. It could be something where because her eyes look red and possessed.
I was actually thinking her as well because of the coat and the hat, and then the sewing utensils that are on here. This is something that is constructed in sort of a similar way, and then also the bird, along with the scarecrow. I don't know if that all ties together, but. The vampire waking up though. I'm not exactly sure what that means.
I'm kind of thinking the police officer for all the blue. Because I'm not really sure.
Oh wow! All right, I got
Alright.
got a lot of green in mine and like miniature animals and stuff. All right, the red jacket I'm thinking might be like the red jacket in that lady's picture,
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
and she does have a green shirt. I mean, maybe colors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
I'm doing it. I'm going for it. My name is Cody Sulek, and I am an actor. Hopefully you recognize me from an earlier episode of Crazy Board where we played Resistance.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go for the tailor for mine.
Okay.
My name is Dan Ingram. I'm a creative executive at the De Laurentiis Company, which is a film and television production company. I am also a co-host of the Nerd Layer podcast, which covers all things nerdy.
I'm really not sure about mine. I feel like the cop is the closest with the colors of the outfit, but
If the ghost is going by colors, we don't know.
Yeah, that's the thing. But I'm not seeing many other matches other than a hat, but 4 of these players have hats, so
Yeah, take your guess. We'll be all right.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go with the cop. And
That being said, we are all wrong. Almost guarantee it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna agree with that though.
Can I vote against
No, I don't think you can't vote against yourself. but I'll vote against
Oh,
you, all right?
thank you. Thank you for
I believe in
helping
you.
me out.
Right?
I appreciate it.
Clairvoyancy tokens may be used to agree or disagree with another player's guess. If you use a token and you are right about that player's guess, you earn an extra point. Any clairvoyancy tokens you use must then be discarded to the clock board and can be retrieved at the start of the 4th hour.
Are we happy with all of that?
I think so, yeah.
Very decisive group. I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic.
Making moves.
All right. Ghost is or
Is the woman in the pink coat a culprit?
The purple for the purple
Yeah.
for me.
The purple.
darn.
Is the police officer correct for blue? I'm afraid to ask. Is the tailor correct for red?
All right,
Okay.
over 3.
Um,
But I did get 2
You
tokens
get-
up,
both of you
and
get
red
2
also
points.
got 1.
Even though this is a co-op game, the players are individually scored. Points players earn allow them to have stronger intuition and give them a better chance of choosing the true culprit at the end.
I knew everyone's guesses were wrong because that's just kind of how the game goes. Nothing really makes any sense. It's kind of how it goes in the first early rounds, so you kind of have to wait to see what does the ghost associate with what. Are they doing color? Are they doing theme? Are they doing like shapes? So yeah, first round everyone is going to be wrong.
I don't know how they managed to all guess the wrong characters. Shouldn't be possible. But they did! I'm doing something wrong. I don't know if I'll be able to fix it.
Okay. Strong first round.
All right, boys, round 2.
hopefully this one goes better.
Right?
I'm not feeling like a very strong psychic right now.
I know
we're
I'm
just
not
getting
the
zone.
cop.
We're
So-
we're fine tuning it. That's all right.
Yeah.
Gotta think more like dreamlike. Obviously, the scarecrow and that, like, you would want to fight it off if you were in a dream. So maybe you're the cop, so you could fight him.
That's a good point.
And if you were lost in the woods, then you would be neither of those people. So I don't know what to help you
Great.
with.
Yeah, I was thinking, well, maybe this has to do with water, but I don't see any characters that have anything to do with water.
Do you know if any of those people can swim?
I would hope the cop knew how to swim.
Whew.
Yeah, you have water-themed ones. But very, like, mysterious and foreboding.
That's interesting.
What is this? What am I supposed to do with that? Tell me, ghost.
I'm trying to look even in like the details and like the small photos in a lot of these to see if there's anything that like pops out, but I'm just not making any connections just yet.
Yeah, yours are difficult.
It's tough getting a lot of clues because you don't know like which picture is mostly with what.
Yeah, like which one has a larger significance than the other. I'm kind of leaning though, maybe now, I don't know how strong this is, but like since this for some reason says like time to me, like it's time to wake up, and like this is kind of like nighttime, so maybe it has something to do with the clocks.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Makes sense to me.
Stretching.
Right,
Giving it a shot. I don't know.
let's see if we can get under the ghost's skin.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Okay, people painting the night sky or the morning sky. It's kind of cool. And this little porcupine dude with a hockey mask.
I don't have a favorite board game per se, but most consistently I'd want to play something like Mysterium or Flux or Captain Sonar or Pandemic or really anything that's co-op or role-playing. Also, I turned into a bit of a raging crazy monster with competitive games, so you really only want to play me co-op, I swear.
I have absolutely no
Yeah,
idea.
gosh, okay.
I mean, my first inclination is like the porcupine is like the pincushion.
Oh,
Yeah, huh?
right.
That looks good.
Is anything else though? Like
I'm not sure.
the fluffy rabbits, it could be like the fluff as well
Oh,
there.
that's true.
That's a good, yeah.
These kind of all have, these two at least have kind of like a plush.
Yeah, and you
look
also have
to
like the
them.
red and the red. All
Yeah.
right, you know what? Good as any other reason, I suppose.
Sure.
Yeah.
I believe in myself. Wait, can you?
You can't vote on yourself. Sorry.
I tried.
Right? You tried to vote against yourself.
I did. I had no faith. Not a great psychic.
I love strategy games. Anything that I can wheel and deal and try to navigate or analyze, I'm all about those kind of games. I have played Mysterium a few times with friends. We lost most of the time. It's pretty tricky, but I'm confident about this round. I'm gonna go in there with some supportiveness. That's not a word.
Oh, here we go. All right.
Interesting.
Got a lot of color here. Greens and yellows. Somebody
Like travelers. You have a lot of like.
walking. Yeah. I feel like there's a lot of water associated with what I'm doing, but I don't have any water characters. Timer is going.
When I was a kid, I started playing board games. It was mostly Monopoly and Scrabble. And basically that was my experience for many decades until I learned that there are other games that exist and they're far more interesting. I generally prefer co-op games as I'm entirely too nice. I don't like making other people lose, so I like to work with a team to win. My favorite board game is Risk 2210. I am worse at that game than I am at Mysterium. So I don't know why I enjoy any of these games, but that is my favorite game.
I say we gotta pull the trigger. We just
Yeah.
gotta.
Yeah,
I'm
Go
going to
for
go
it.
with that one just from like clock theme.
I'm kind of thinking her. And I have no idea why,
What? All right.
but I feel that.
I mean, maybe the ghost is reaching out for you. I have faith. I'm gonna say that's.
The ghosts, yeah.
I got to back up my pincushion deduction on this one, so I'm just going to vote yes. Got to go for it.
All right.
Okay.
I started playing board games, I think like most people when I was a kid. I played a lot of Monopoly and things like that, but it wasn't until I actually moved out to California and met some friends that I started to play what I feel are more sophisticated board games like Ticket to Ride. If I was trapped on a desert island with just one board game, I would probably take Lords of Waterdeep with me. I am obsessed with that game and I try and get my friends to play it at every opportunity.
Oh, great ghost. Am I the tailor? The purple one. All right.
Yes.
Good job.
All
Well
right.
done.
Am I the clockwork woman? That's the best I can come up with.
Red.
Darn.
Back I go.
What do you describe her as?
The old lady with the
rulers?
yeah.
Yeah.
We're back.
All right. Well, you got a point at least.
Hey.
I think you got a point for getting it
Oh,
right.
right. Sweet.
All right.
And I'm gonna grab my clue as well.
So we have to try to do better now.
But you guys each know 2 people that you're not.
That is true.
That is true.
It's the beginning of the 3rd round. Myself and Dan are still at the very beginning. We haven't achieved anything so far. And we only have a certain amount of rounds to go. And it's not looking very good in that we have to start guessing correctly pretty much every time from now on. And if we don't, we're gonna lose.
Okay. What are you not?
Her.
Not
The
her.
clockwork woman. I am not her.
And your first guess was the.
Was yours. The pincushion.
Oh,
Okay.
right.
So I still have 3 that I could be.
I'm not these 2.
Nice. 50-50 and
50-50.
30-30.
Yeah.
There are so many choices to start this off. I don't really have a lot of confidence in where I'm putting my interpretation of these cards. One of the biggest struggles with this game is that it's basically like visual telephone, where I have to try and infer what the ghost is telling me. And I don't really have a whole lot of confidence just getting started because I don't know this group. I know the game, but I know how hard it can be because there's so many small details in the pictures, and how you pick up on things can vary pretty differently based on who you're playing with.
I'm starting to think that these hats matter. So it could just be her.
She does also have food in hers, and you have a couple of
Yeah.
one eating.
Do I have one eating?
Just the fish eating the people.
Oh, there you go.
I did just realize that on this, the sign, there's a quill, and I don't know if that has anything to do with her pens.
Oh.
She could be a vampire, as well. You know.
Well, now that I see there's pins in both of these. But this one has like the inkwell, which is on the sign with the quill.
You do
Oh,
have
yeah.
that. Yeah.
The only problem is I don't know how any of the other cards associate with that. So
I mean, do we even need to?
She is kind of scarecrowish.
I did just
You think
notice that
about
like
it.
the brim of the hat does
Yeah.
look a lot like hers.
Of course, now it all makes sense. Where were you guys last round?
Yeah. Of course, I don't know how any of that plays in.
Yeah.
She looked demonic or anything? She have any large blades that might murder you at any second? Okay. Got some paints going on. And some flying whales.
So I know you don't understand the floating whales, but if you notice, they're round, just like so many of the other clues I've given you. I really don't know what else to do for this. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Oh, the pink.
That would be a good association.
I think I've got this. What is she? She cook?
Yeah. And you know what? I'm gonna go with that. And I like your guess too.
Yeah, I'll go with her.
All right.
I'm hoping there's something with like the ships that has to do with like the rulers and navigation and things like that. Like, but I don't know.
I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
I hope we get it this round.
Yeah, seriously.
That'd be bad.
Yeah, if we don't, we're basically losing.
All right, guys. I'm gonna get this on first round. I'll help you guys out.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah.
Yes, for yours as well.
I'm just glad that we're kind of figuring this out before the timers even start.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Trying to
Okay.
look at the locations.
Very
and-
like nautical themed. Okay, all these are like aquatic. Kind of. We have a ship. We have something with like a swamp.
Well, this is a lion head fountain. And
Yeah.
There's the lion.
I like that. You know what? Yeah, I'm kind of liking the fountain with the water features. Wow. Okay, quick.
My,
we better
my
go.
only fear of that is that you've got this sort of color thing and this circle going on.
Ooh, like a statuesque kind of thing.
Yeah. But I also like the lion head.
Well, there's also a lion head in that, like at the end of the bed on that one.
I'm going out on a limb here. There are technically lions in each of the place cards, but we're gonna be good. You're gonna understand which lion I mean. You'll totally get it.
I think for me, like this has like kind of the garden, the lion head, and the aquatic theme are all kind of happening.
That's true.
Here.
I think we should go for that.
All right. 3 more cards.
Those are cool pictures, but
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think we've cast our votes. Are any of you gonna yay or nay my pick?
I will yay your pick.
I will as well.
Thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Looks like we're all feeling pretty good about
I mean, let's go ahead and do this. All right.
our choices.
Oh, great ghost is the purple one, the jungle with the lion fountain.
Sweet.
All right.
You got it.
Yeah, I'm gonna move up one, and you guys are gonna move up as well.
Sweet.
Yeah, I'll grab this.
Okay, is Blue the cook? Well, now I know what I am. That's good.
Is Red the ruler woman?
Gosh.
All right, it's gonna be a solo game.
This is so sad.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was the end of round 3.
Good. Now I get to have a whole bunch more cards.
You can get any of these points, correct?
No.
All right. Cool. Psychic powers
So I
are
think we-
betraying me.
Yeah.
It's good to know one of us is doing well.
Now, I don't want to say I knew that I was going to take an early lead or anything, but I knew. No, I'm just kidding. I just got lucky. Good cards. All right, guys, start around 4. We get our tokens back at least.
All right.
I'm definitely voting for your person next time.
Yeah.
Cards back.
Ghost is figuring out our next clues.
Yes.
I'm just gonna go ahead and guess.
Yeah, I
Just
feel it.
say I'm this old lady. Because that's my only option left. And I think if the ghost.
Well, I mean,
just-
what are you feeling? You got a lot of clues
okay,
here.
So
I think at some point it's getting more
There's-
confusing.
looking at this now, there's a very strong like Watchman theme to a lot of this, and so I'm assuming that means it's the cop. Like even in the new cards, there's like this guy, the knight, another knight, somebody like watching over something
With the app, with like those little axe
yeah,
things.
I think, and the scarecrow kind of like watching over the town. I think that
Ah, it all makes sense now.
now
How can we-
makes sense, but I want to see the last cards.
Ooh,
just to make sure.
all right. Got some Don Quixote kind of like tower thing.
Okay.
The mouse detective and a snake charmer. I have no idea what this means. Although there's like a candelabra, there's like the 3-pronged sharp
Yeah, you got
things
3 prongs going on.
on a lot of it.
But where are the 3 prongs? In any of
Although I
those
did
pictures?
just reference like literary work, and there was a typewriter right there. Let's see. I mean, this is all balancing on a string. You can see the rope coming out of the tower on that. Could be the rope there.
And the snake has a very rope look to
Yeah,
it.
you know what? I think I'm gonna go with the rope actually on this one. Although I don't know what the mouse, why that would be a rope. Good as guess as any, I guess.
So I am going to guess the police officer.
Sure. I agree.
I sure hope so.
I haven't gotten my cards yet, but we already know.
Sure.
Well,
No, for sure.
that's my only option
Yeah,
left.
be all right.
So if I'm wrong, something has gone horribly wrong in this game. Oh look, I have
A circular thing,
I have a
round,
circular thing.
clock,
Like a
brilliant.
Yes. I've made 3 guesses. They've all been wrong. I have one possible option left, and I'm
given my final card, and I realized that this card is beautiful because it matches something on the card that I have left that I just wasn't noticing in the previous sets of cards I was given.
All right, guys, how do you feel about my rope pick?
I'm not sure I agree entirely with your rope pick. Because the rat,
I mean,
unless
what else would be? I mean,
yeah.
it could be like the whole like needles, poison. You have a snake, you have the sharp, you have a rat, which is like, you know, vile, has like diseases.
You said the thing about like the literary stuff, and that I got hung up on because like this is like a Don Quixote, this is like an Arabian Nights, and okay, I'm gonna reveal my lack of pop culture. Is The Great Mouse Detective writing?
No,
is that a movie?
That's a movie.
Oh, okay,
but
well,
still.
it was written by somebody, so
It
maybe
was.
that works.
Thank you.
I don't know.
You're right.
I do remember that movie. Wasn't thinking about it.
I don't know.
That's
Dang,
the
you guys
best
are
I
making me
got.
second guess mine then.
I don't feel like the iron
No, definitely
really
not.
fits.
I don't
That'd be
think
ridiculous.
the iron
The
fits
rope,
at all.
because of the imagery, works. I don't know why the pruning shears necessarily, except like the prongs that we talked about before. The needles, I don't know. I mean, I'll vote for it.
I like it. I
I like
appreciate
the
the confidence.
I like that you justified the rope imagery for me, so we'll go with it.
I'm just not going to vote on this one.
Oh, come on. You might as well use your tokens.
I don't know how I feel about this. I want to use my tokens for,
Sparingly.
yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, great ghost that be, who knocks? Am I, the purple one, the rope?
My valuable tokens.
Anyways.
Is Blue the old lady with the pocket watch? Oh, hey!
Yeah.
What do you know? Hey!
We all gonna move up one?
You got the wheel on the last one when you already knew what it would be. So now it makes sense.
And Ghost, am I the police officer?
Awesome. Finally.
All right.
Yes, finally, you got it. That's exactly it.
That was a good round. Are we all gonna move up another one? Good round for us. We're making some steam.
All right.
That's not the phrase. We'll cut that out.
Does it?
Making some steam.
Gaining steam, right?
I think we should we gotta keep this momentum.
Can finally
Okay, take that.
accept.
These are the unused ones.
Sweet. Take my,
So many
my
pictures.
giant deck of pictures. Go ahead and turn that in.
You had one crazy dream there.
I did. We're on round 5 now.
Getting closer.
Okay.
I mean,
I
yes.
have a lovely space in front of me again, which I'm sure will disappear.
Sure. A crow has been used.
Boy.
If the cards in the ghost's hand are all too difficult to use, the ghost can use a crow to discard that hand and draw 7 new cards.
So we know you're not the rope.
Yeah, I mean,
What else could you be?
we were saying like the snake is poisonous and the rat has like diseases and you know, Black Plague night kind of thing. So it could be like all that with sharp imagery. We could do the books. I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's the shears, but
I don't think it's the shears. I don't think it's the iron. And we know it's not the rope. Yeah, I feel like it's this one. But then as soon as you started talking about literature, I was like, oh yeah, that's great.
I
That's a
did the same
great tie-in.
thing. Yeah.
depends.
But
Is this ghost well read and or watched The Mouse Detective? I don't know if I'm confident saying that's a great literature just yet. It's part of my childhood, baby.
I mean, the Nutcracker has the Rat King.
All right.
I was justifying it more in like Tangled, Aladdin, and Ratatouille now, but that's totally different.
They're all stories.
I am a very literal person, and so I'm a very literal ghost. they're thinking too much. It's, oh my gosh, what card might work? Here! That's it. There's no like, oh, well, this pop culture reference. No.
All right. For a location. A lot of music themed. So immediately I go to the gramophone.
Yeah, you would think food or like different things for the other pictures. Like, yeah, you have the bell, the violin, and like a stage.
Is there anything in the attic photo that could lend it toward music? I don't see anything in that one. So, because that would have been the only other one that I would have thought.
Not really feeling the attic on that
I like the music theme.
Yeah. So I always want to double check because there are such like small details in all the pictures that something can just like leap out. But yeah, I mean, this is like a music box, the bell, the violin. I think it's pretty strongly pointing toward that. Oh, I say that and now I look at it and there's a harp in that picture. There's a harp in that and a bed in that.
All right, I have a slingshot and arrows. Now I think it's more like weaponry, so maybe it is like the sharper
I think it's just a lot of different objects, so that would make sense.
Yeah, all right. I think that's what I'm gonna go with this time.
I'm gonna agree with that.
Because I can't think of any books about a slingshot shooting feathers. I mean,
Yeah. I have no clues, so I'm going with no.
right?
So you're saying there's a harp in that one?
There's a harp here and also a bed. And I don't know how much it factors into it, but there is also the window.
I mean, there's a bed in this one.
Yeah, so I'm thinking now it's more pointing towards that.
Well, that's very,
Because this feels like very specifically like one thing, but now like this image with all three of these, it feels more inclusive of all of that.
Ooh, a hook, a candle, and
candles, I got a bear trap, I got some weapons, and I've got, I think, ghosts flying off into the sky.
I mean, that looks almost like steam also, so it could be like the kitchen,
That's
just because it
what
has
I'm
like the
thinking.
sharp.
I'm kind of feeling the kitchen here,
Yeah.
because I'm not seeing,
I'm going to opt for the bedroom with the harp, personally. So,
yeah, I'm definitely feeling this kitchen.
I'm sorry to say, I'm going to vote against this.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna vote
fine.
against both of you.
That's fine.
Just using my tokens.
Since we're getting closer to the end of the game, I feel like I need to start trying to gain more points. You know, if I make it across the finish line, I want to have as many clues available to me as possible. So I kind of have to vote against Cody right now, just in hopes that it pays off for me in the end.
All right.
I'm gonna vote against just because
That's
if I
all
can
right.
get a point, that would be great.
Right.
And looks like we've made our choices.
I think so.
We got a decisive group here. I like it. All right. Great Ghost. Am I the purple one? The needle case set. Woo! All right.
Okay. So you go up, and I go
I like it.
up. Is blue the kitchen?
Oh, darn. Sorry, guys.
And you got a point for that.
Yeah.
Is red the bedroom with the harp?
Oh man.
All right.
So you go up, I
Back.
go up. Wow, this game is not going well.
Yeah. All right. It's okay. These last two rounds. That's gonna be our rounds. I'll be rooting for you. I don't know. I feel pretty confident now that I've made it to the end. That I've pulled my weight. I did my share as a teammate. Now I can just kind of sit back and try to help them out. Try to get them to the end. See if we can knock this out. Let's do this. I'm rooting for you.
Thank you. I mean, now I'm going to go back to my original selection in case these next clues just totally send me the other way and just go back to the gramophone. I talked myself out of it, I think.
You did talk yourself out of it.
really did.
But we helped you.
You guys all have these like soft lighting, this like daylight, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
only day in that picture.
That is true.
So considering I'm not the kitchen, what do you guys think I am? Because I have no idea.
Is there a candle in any of those?
No. That's...
I guess we'll find out with these new pictures.
Yeah, exactly.
I've played Mysterium one other time. Amanda was the ghost that time as well. So her clue giving should have been, I should have understood it more. However, that was a long enough time ago that I've completely wiped my memory of those clues. So I'm not sure what her clues mean at this point.
I would say that these two suggest this, but
many
this
new
suggests
clues.
either one of those.
Jeez.
Holy cow.
That's a lot.
Now I'm...
There's a lot of the animals, which
Oh, the pictures. Yeah, that has to be it.
Yeah.
I believe that for sure.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna
Yeah,
I'm gonna go for it.
Go ahead.
Very strongly implying that direction.
The books and everything. I mean.
Yeah.
All right, fine. We get it.
Yeah.
This ghost is very particular.
I need to. What I need to do is just like back away from it too before I like
Alright.
convince myself out of it, because I feel like I could do that.
I feel like I can't vote against you because like we need you to succeed, but
Oh, yeah. Oh, here we go. We got some cards. Got
ooh.
what?
See, again, the metal would make me think like kitchen or.
Yeah.
I mean, you do have the cage,
It's not the
and you
kitchen.
have
I know that.
you have like okay, you have the traps, the metal, and like animals. Like it could be like the bird cage, just
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's this one. And that this like
'Cause nothing like that
spirity
says-
thing is sort of ghosty. I don't know.
yeah, and nothing like that says bedroom.
Yeah. Let's go with that.
All right.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. All right. Ghost is Blue the attic.
All right.
So it's round 6, and you didn't guess the correct place. We're going on to round 7 with no hope of winning. We lost.
Is red the music room? All right.
Okay.
Everybody gets a point.
So there we go.
There's so many clues.
There's so many clues. It's a crazy amount of clues.
Yes. But they helped.
So Dan just immediately, right off the bat, saw his 3 cards in round 5 and went, oh, this is the one with the gramophone in the room. And I was like, great, answer, problem solved, that's the room, everything's good. And then he got it wrong. I pick up my hand, like, oh, look, there's animals in this room, lots of animals. Look at all my cards have some sort of animals or outside thing. So have fun with this, all of these work.
Starting the second group of cards and the location, I was pretty confident at first that I needed to go for the gramophone, but then as soon as I started to look into them, I faked myself out entirely, and the bed really tripped me up. There were a couple other things in that card that just really set me off. So if I could buy that one back, that would probably be it.
All right.
So
Last round.
this is gonna give like half the deck back for clues.
There you go.
Losing the game for everyone felt horrible. Oh my god, so bad. So bad.
All right, let's finish out strong. Let's get you to the end.
Okay. Look, I have an umbrella hanging from a moon. There's
Nighttime.
only one option left
Yeah.
for me. I'm feeling pretty good about it.
I'll vote for it.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
My final positive vote. And everything else from here, I'm just gonna be telling you you're wrong.
Okay.
Right.
That's fair. That's fair. I've been wrong. I think you should have used your wrong votes this whole game on basically any one of my guesses.
Trying to be positive, man. Trying to
I appreciate that.
You know.
Thank you for believing in me.
You're welcome.
You were wrong, but thank you for believing in me.
All right.
All right. Oh, that's cool. You have a lot of ropes in all of those.
That is true.
That has to be it.
Yes. Yeah. Strong indication. So.
All right.
Go.
Yeah, I agree, so I'm not going to vote against you.
Would you like to make it to the final round?
I would love to make it to the final round. I'm not, but is blue the bedroom? Hey, the only option left was correct. Good for me.
Good point. Was red the rope?
All right.
Good job.
You know what?
Good job.
I
You
feel
want to finish strong. That's what you
Exactly.
said.
I mean-
Strong final move.
With pride.
All right.
Good job.
So.
Good job, you two.
Right. Yeah. This is it's a lot of fun. Fortunately, we just couldn't interpret the ghost's message well enough. Maybe we'll play this game again and we'll make it to the final round where we can all guess
Oh, God.
to see what the ghost meant.
That was an angry
Bye,
ghost. An angry ghost.
Bye, guys.
We technically just lost the game because we didn't get all of the players to have all 3 elements before the final round was over. But here's what would have happened if we had gotten it.
All right, guys. Grab your cards. Let's get to the final round. Set these up. Grab all of our tokens.
The final stage only happens if all players correctly guess their groupings of the 3 elements. The ghost takes everyone's correctly guessed groupings and secretly chooses one of them to be the final correct answer. Each grouping is then assigned a number, and the culprit token containing the number of the true culprit's grouping is placed face down on the epilogue progress board.
Some shady looking characters out there.
Great.
I hope the crow is like the cards weren't good and not she doesn't have any faith in us to interpret whatever she had. I mean, not that we instilled a lot of faith in her over the course of the game, but just for my own
Yeah,
self-security.
no, I agree with that. I hope the cards just sucked.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And not just her opinion.
The ghost places 3 vision cards from their hand face down in the center. Each of these will be designated for one of the 3 elements, but the psychics do not know which is which. The vision cards are flipped over one at a time. Players with a low clairvoyancy rating have to vote first, using only the first vision card. Players in the intermediate score range get to see the first 2 cards before they vote. Players with high clairvoyancy ratings, as all our players today, get to see all 3 vision cards. The players vote for which grouping of elements they think is the correct one by silently slipping their clairvoyancy token with the number that matches the grouping into their envelopes. They cannot communicate with each other during the voting process.
I have no idea. I'm clearly really bad at this game. Okay.
No, this is when we
Pull an audible there at the end, see what happens.
Alright, great ghost that be. If we all guess something different. Uh-oh. Alright. You guys won it for us. I guessed it wrong. Way to go.
If I had not changed my vote, we would have been all three different.
And that's the sum of the game.
That
Everything's
one,
made up.
the cards I had the first time I pulled were all bright colors and happy and nothing to do with animals, nothing sharp or pointy, no ropes. I was just like, I can't make any of these work. So good thing I had the crow.
At the very last second, I was like, I think there's something about the Eiffel Tower and this ladder, maybe. And I was like, I'm gonna go for it.
I was trying to do like outdoors and like anything straight and long and yeah, so.
This is a fun game, but it's really difficult because there's not a lot of strategy to it. It's sort of like, do you know the other person? How can you interpret it?
This is a game that I have played before a few times, and I have been on the other side of that ghost screen, so I can understand how difficult it is to try and communicate a message with really weird, abstract cards.
I imagine being the ghost is so frustrating.
Yes, Cody, it's frustrating. You're right. Anyway, well, yeah. Thank you for joining us today on this episode of Crazy Board as we played and pretended that we won Mysterium. And we look forward to seeing you next time. Have a good one.